here's what I think should be exciting to people like us, and frankly, to anybody who holds American citizenship, is last week, I think it was actually, maybe it was just this Monday, the director of the Office of Science and Technology Policy, Michael Kratsios at the White House, gave a really interesting speech. And not just because what Twitter's saying, which is that he said our technologies permit us to manipulate time and space, and Twitter blew up and said, "Oh my gosh, the Trump administration has solved time travel." It's like, well, maybe, but
not
that's
yet. Not yet.
Maybe, but that wasn't the message, right? The message, like if you read his speech, the spirit of this, when we talk about kind of what is a new golden age of American innovation, ingenuity, industrialization, two things stood out. He gave two really, I think, compelling examples, which is that in many ways we froze technological progress in place on things that really mattered in the last number of decades. Nuclear is a clear example of this, right? There was a moment where we were building, I think it was 30 to 50 plus nuclear reactors, facilities around the country. And this was 30 years ago. And over the past 30 years, only 3 commercial reactors have actually been built. 10 have been closed. We've gone backwards. America has lost out on what was theoretically the greatest source of energy abundance ever known to mankind for whatever reason. Maybe it was safety, maybe it was just, NIMBYism, who knows? But the fact is, we lost out. And so if you're a clean energy person, if you're a climate tech person, how do you look in the mirror and say, I believe in these things, but not nuclear, not the cleanest source, not the most prolific source, right? Sure. Supersonic travel. Or hypersonic travel, right? The Concorde, we've been backsliding since the Concorde was retired. There has been no other attempt until now. Boom and Hermes and some of these others are finally, in the last 5 to 10 years, are finally starting to build on these technologies again. But we were just okay as a people, as a country, with our ability to travel and to support our needs going backwards. We were okay with that. We were okay freezing it in place. And I think when you see an administration that says, hey, look, we have the capability to do these things. We as a government, he had one line, he said, the federal government must become an early adopter and avid promoter of American technology. That's interesting to me. I mean, there's always a little bit of cognitive dissonance where, one hand is maybe saying something different than another. That to me sounds like a fairly active role in the, in the economy. But here's how I look at it. Right now, we have a reckoning going on.